Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be discussing Huang in both the Mandate of Heaven and Unifier personas. Before we get started, I want to thank everybody again for the support on this series. It's really helped my channel grow very quickly. If you find this helpful or if you like it, please leave me a like or leave me a comment. I really enjoy the discussion and I try to reply to every comment that I get, and the engagement really helps my videos reach a broader audience. Normally, I like to do these Civ overviews in order of the abilities that I think are the strongest, but since we have a Persona Civ, we'll talk about the China package by itself before going into each of the leader traits and how they interact with the China package. In my opinion, China alone doesn't have the strongest bonuses in the world. The Civ ability Dynastic Cycle is good. You get an extra 10% science or culture when boosting a Eureka or Inspiration, meaning that if you know how to play the game efficiently and are chasing those Eurekas or Inspirations, you'll speed through the tech tree a little bit faster than everybody else. It also makes great scientists better, because most early great scientists just boost techs. It also allows wonders to grant a Eureka and Inspiration as long as it's from that wonder's era. All in all, this is okay. It's not game breaking, but it is consistently pretty good. As long as you know how to chase those boosts or you're building wonders, it can be very flexible. The unique unit, the Crouching Tiger, doesn't replace any unit and is a one-ranged 50 strength unit that comes with a crossbow tech. Now 50 strength is very good because I think crossbows are 35, I think? It can be really good on defense, but it has one range, and you don't really want a one-ranged unit. It's too limiting, and it's probably better for you just to have crossbows to hit those units before they get close to your city. You're going to build it for the era score, put one in a city or two, and forget that they exist. The final unique in the China package is the infrastructure, the Great Wall, and it comes with masonry and gives 2 gold to a tile, as well as some defensive strength. Alone, this is not very good, but if you string them together, you get 2 gold and 2 culture for each adjacent tile. So the middle tile would have 4 culture and 6 gold plus whatever yield is on the tile, making grasslands, Great Walls, like amazing, because if it's the middle, you'll get 2 food, 4 culture, 6 gold, which is a really strong tile for your empire to work. It just doesn't have any production on it. However, it can only be built on, it can't be built on forest or marsh. It can't be built on the edges of your it has to be built on the edges of your empire, which is very limiting. And it cannot be built to form a triangle. So you can't put 3 together in a hex like that. It has to be linear. Okay, you have to either branch or go linear. All in all, this is pretty good if you focus on it. You have to spend time focusing on it for it to pay off, but that takes time and that takes builder charges to invest into them. A lot of builder charges, because if you want really good Great Wall tiles, you need to put down at least 3, and that takes a whole builder. Once you get to flight though, the culture will give you tourism, which is the ultimate payoff for the infrastructure. Overall, the China package seems really culture focused and defensive. However, it is very flexible because you're just getting a bonus to your Eurekas and Inspirations. You get boosts for building wonders, you get tourism yielding tiles, and you have strong defensive units that allow you to econ into the future. And that's why Mandate of Heaven Huang works so much better with this package than the other China leaders do. This is such an unfocused package that if you don't have specific bonuses that tie into it, the package tends to fall off, and the Chinese leaders rely very heavily on their leader bonuses to make them strong. Mandate of Heaven Huang is the second strongest leader bonus in the China package. His ability, the First Emperor, is one of the stronger abilities tied to a leader in the game. The strongest thing is all your builders have additional charges. So that's boring but amazing. Each builder you build is 4 charges baseline. If you get Liang, you get 5 charges baseline. If you have Liang and you have the card Serfdom that gives you plus 2 builder charges, that's a 7 charge worker. 7 charges. That's more than double a regular worker from another civ. It's amazing. This really saves you production in the long run, which is very important. But not only that, you also are allowed to use builders to complete 15% production to ancient and classical era wonders. Now, a lot of people online mix this up with all wonders, but it is only ancient and classical wonders. You also get canals earlier, which is kind of like nothing. The wonder building is the real star, like the flashiest thing, although I think the builder charges is the strongest thing. Building wonders is a huge risk early game because they can always be stolen from you, and that's wasted production. And that's why I almost never do it, and as you go to a higher level, you're going to be building less and less wonders. You would be much better spent putting that production into builders or settlers or things that progress your game plan. And if you fail, you wouldn't have wasted all that production. But Qin ignores this. He's able to build wonders while building other things. So wonders are not the risk, they're just a payoff. As long as you're able to put builder charges into wonders, you can get that payoff very easily. You should be building other things. On turn 1, look for what ancient or classical wonders you can build. You beeline that tech. Look for riverside stones. Look for floodplains. Look for camps and pastures and plantations for Temple of Artemis. Look for hills that you could put the oracle down on. You kind of don't want the coastal wonders because they're not very competitive and you can always sort of get them later. What you're looking for is floodplains for the Great Bath. You're looking for a river for Hanging Gardens. You're looking for stone next to flat land for Stonehenge. I think that's the most important thing that you can look for. You're looking for a camp, like a camp resource, and plantations and pastures for Temple of Artemis, which is also strong. So what you want to do is you want to beeline those techs, build one scout, and then start on a builder. As soon as that builder is finished, place down the wonder, hopefully at Stonehenge, and when you can, you put the builder on the wonder, hit the charge button, and then switch to building something else. You do not produce the wonder, you produce a settler, you produce a monument, you produce probably another builder, if we're being perfectly honest. The next turn, you switch back to the wonder, boost it again, then switch back to what you're building. It's kind of like Monty's, it's exactly like Monty's districts. You want to spend the city's production, the end of turn production, on something useful. And you want to use those builder charges on the wonder, so you're not wasting anything except for that upfront production that you put on the builder. So as long as you're micromanaging your cities, you can build Stonehenge in your settler. You can build a Great Bath in a builder. You're not risking anything and you're gaining all the benefits of those strong early game wonders. This is really, really, really strong. This is really, really, really important for you to be micromanaging and putting this into. And not only that, you can just build a stream of builders, get them all down to one charge, so improve your territory, get them to one charge left, and then line 4 of them up on a wonder that you want to build in one turn, or 5 of them up in a wonder that you want to build in one turn. All of them hit the build charge on the wonder that one turn, and you'll one turn a wonder. That comes later. That's not going to be the first wonder that you build, but if you want to build the Petra, there you go. Save your 1 charges on a builder, put them in a desert city, and get the Petra in 1 turn. Or you get Huey in 1 turn. You can do lots of different things here. You won't get all the wonders in the game unless you're Bose. We've all seen his video where he gets every single wonder in the game, and that's ridiculous. I don't know how he did it, but I often find that I can get 4 to 5 early game wonders, and that early game gets me crazy faith and culture in my cities, but also, more importantly, it also gives me monumentality golden ages, which allows me to purchase builders, which I'm going to have enough faith to get because I have all these early game wonders, and most of them give faith, to string into more wonders. So, like, it's amazing. Just be aware that you can't boost Machu Picchu because it's on a mountain. You can't put builders on a mountain, and the AI kind of rushes that wonder, like, really hard anyway, so you're probably never ever going to get Machu Picchu, but you can get every other early game wonder if you try. And I think one of the best ones to build is the Colosseum. China's defensive economic focus is like the strongest part of their kit, because you are able to turtle up and use your builders and your Eureka's and your inspirations to get boosted pretty quickly in the game. And that's also what makes Unifier Chin the worst Civ in the game. I give Mavimba a lot of crap about having the worst ability in the game, and I think that's true. His is the worst ability, but Nikisi, the Congo ability, is really good. And I pick on Gilgamesh for having a weak kit, but it is a usable kit, and the war card is really good. But they are both better overall Civ packages than just Unifier Chin. His ability, 36 Stratagems, allows your melee units to convert barbs to your side. You will lose the unit that does the conversion. This makes you want to get an early game army out, but nothing in the China kit focuses on aggression or helps with domination wins. You are not going to get very many units from these conversions unless you're playing on zombie mode or raging barb mode, and both of those modes suck. I've tried this a lot of times, and almost every time that I've tried to use him, you get a 1-for-1 trade. You trade up a warrior for a spearman. This would be a lot better if your scouts could convert, but it has to be melee units. It has to be warriors or spearmen or men-at-arms or swordsmen. Even in barbarian clan mode, if you anger a camp to get the gold out of it, you're only spawning one unit beside of it, and that unit is going to hit your unit, making that unit weaker, and it's probably going to be a warrior. You've probably used your warrior to kill the scout or something in the camp, so your warrior has a promotion, and if you use your button to change the charge of your warrior to convert that barbarian, you're just losing a promoted warrior. Also, barbarian units suck. You're going to get a lot of barb horsemen which can't be promoted ever. It really comes into play later in the game when the barbarian camp starts spawning musketmen or men-at-arms, but at that point you probably, or the AI probably killed the majority of the barbarian camps in the game. It's not helping you. It's supposed to help you get a huge army early to take out a neighbor, but there's not enough barb units early on to give you a huge army to make it worth it. So it really is like, it synergizes with nothing in your kit. The China package by itself is too weak to carry the Civ to victory. Do not play Unifier Chin. He is the worst Civ in the game. He sucks. He's terrible. You're playing a vanilla Civ that gets 10% extra on Eureka's and inspirations, and you don't really want that. Culture is Mandate Chin's best victory route. You're going to get so much tourism from wonders and Great Wall tiles, and you can plant so many woods tiles with your super builders, so that's a 10 out of 10. Unifier Chin has no bonus whatsoever to culture beyond the Great Wall tiles. They themselves are not going to win you the game because they are so builder intensive, and Unifier Chin does not get any builder bonuses. So, yeah, 4 out of 10. Domination is Unifier Chin's best route, but you have no good unique unit, and you won't be converting many barb units to your side. So, 4 out of 10. Mandate Chin does domination better. You get Statue of Zeus very easily, you get the Terracotta Army very easily, making you get a highly promoted army from thin air. So, 6 out of 10. Religion would be Mandate Chin's second best option. You get Stonehenge easily in most games. I would say if you can't get Stonehenge, just reroll, because why are you playing China to get Stonehenge, really? In most games, you're going to end up with so much faith if you go for the faith per wonder religion and the faith culture follower belief. You will also have the chance to boost Mahabodhi Temple. You could buy engineers easily for the Hagia Sophia or Mont Saint Michel Wonder. So 6 out of 10. Unifier Chin has no reason to go for religion at all. You're going to be too busy building warriors, praying that you can convert a lot of barbarians over, so 3 out of 10. Diplo would be next for Mandate Chin. You need wonders to get this win, and you get bonuses towards wonders. Well, there's no early era or classical era. No, Mahabodhi Temple gives you 2 Diplo points, so yeah, you get a bonus. Mandate Chin also, he also gets a lot of gold. You are incentivized to build the Great Wall more as Mandate Chin because you have a lot more builder charges, so 6 out of 10. Unifier Chin wants to use the army he gets from barbs earlier to dominate, so no need to go Diplo, 3 out of 10. Finally, we have science. Mandate Chin gets the library, Great Library, very easily, and both Chins get extra science on Eureka's, but Mandate Chin is more likely to get the Great Scientist. Unifier Chin just feels like you're playing a city-state that gets better Eureka's. 5 out of 10 for Mandate and 4 out of 10 for Unifier. I think Unifier Chin is hands down the worst Civ in the game. He's an F. It's an interesting gimmick, but you need everything to go right, and you're mostly just a vanilla Civ with no bonuses. Mandate Chin, on the other hand, is a solid B or low A. It depends on the starts that you get. You'll always be able to utilize 1 or 2 wonders to help push you forward, and it feels good getting those wonders built. Like the feel of playing China is like always a good feeling Civ to play. The better builders are always fantastic, and if you get that flat land next to a stone river camp floodplain start and you get Stonehenge, the Great Bath, Adamanaki, and the Temple of Artemis, you're just gonna have so much fun. So let me know what you think. I think like Mandate Chin might be one of my favorite civs to play, but I don't think that they're really the strongest civ in the game. Let me know what you think of both the leaders in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.